The enigma of the night. Unraveling the art of dream interpretation. What if every dream you've ever had is a letter from your soul, sealed in symbols only you can decode? Each night, as the world quiets, your mind spins tales of soaring skies, shadowed forests, or faces long forgotten, each a puzzle daring you to uncover its truth. In the mist-shrouded village of Eldwood, where the lake reflects secrets and the pines whisper ancient lore, a young woman named Lila embarked on a quest to decipher these nocturnal riddles. Her journey, guided by the enigmatic dreamweaver Alara, reveals that dreams are not mere illusions but a language of the self, speaking through symbols, emotions, and hidden truths. Lila stood at Alara's cottage door one November evening, her sketchbook trembling in her hands. "I dream of a raven on a crumbling tower," she said, her voice edged with unease. "It watches me, and I wake feeling like I'm falling apart." The dreamweaver, her silver hair catching the firelight, beckoned Lila inside. Her cottage smelled of sage and old parchment, shelves sagging under the weight of books on myths, psychology, and forgotten traditions. "Dreams," Alara began, "are the mind's poetry, weaving truths you might not face in daylight. To interpret them is to learn their language." The psychoanalytic lens. Unlocking the unconscious. Alara lit a candle, its flicker casting shadows that danced like dream figures. Sigmund Freud called dreams the royal road to the unconscious, she said. He believed they reveal desires or fears we bury. The raven, Alara suggested, might embody a suppressed longing for change, while the crumbling tower could symbolize Lila's fear that her art career was collapsing under self-doubt. She taught Lila to use free association, letting each dream image spark thoughts. "What does a raven mean to you?" Alara asked. Lila paused, then whispered, "Mystery, but also loneliness." Through this, she uncovered a buried fear of isolation, tied to her struggle to share her art with the world. The Jungian path. Archetypes and the collective soul. Alara pulled a worn book from her shelf, its cover etched with symbols. Carl Jung saw dreams as bridges to the collective unconscious, she explained, where universal archetypes live. The raven might be a shadow figure, representing parts of Lila she ignored, her ambition, her courage. The tower, a common archetype, could signify a structure of beliefs crumbling to make way for growth. Alara encouraged Lila to amplify the dream, connecting it to myths where ravens carry divine messages or towers mark transformation. Lila recalled a Norse myth of Odin's ravens, Hugin and Munin, symbolizing thought and memory. "Maybe my dream's asking me to remember who I want to be," she mused. The cognitive mirror. Reflecting waking life. Not all dreams are mystical, Alara noted, sipping her tea. Some say dreams are just the brain sorting through the day's clutter. The cognitive approach views dreams as extensions of waking thoughts, processing emotions or solving problems. Lila's raven and tower might reflect her daily stress, endless revisions to her paintings, the pressure of an upcoming gallery show. Alara suggested Lila track her dreams in a journal, noting connections to waking events. One entry revealed a dream of the raven after a harsh critique. The tower appeared when she doubted her talent. "Your mind's rehearsing resilience," Alara said, showing Lila how dreams could organize chaotic emotions. Cultural tapestry. Symbols across time. Alara spread a tapestry across the table, woven with symbols from distant lands. "Every culture reads dreams differently," she said. "In some traditions, a raven heralds death or transformation, in others, it's a creator spirit. The tower might mean ruin in Western folklore but spiritual ascent in Eastern mysticism." Alara shared a story of a Navajo elder who saw dreams as messages from ancestors, guiding the living. Lila, whose grandmother was Cherokee, wondered if her raven echoed tribal stories of birds as messengers. Alara urged her to explore these roots, blending cultural wisdom with personal meaning. "A symbol's power depends on the story you bring to it," she said. The intuitive heart. A personal dialogue. "Sometimes, the best interpreter is you," Alara said, handing Lila a leather-bound journal. The intuitive approach relies on the dreamer's emotions and associations. "How did the raven make you feel?" she asked. Lila described a mix of fear and awe, like standing at the edge of a cliff. Alara taught her to ask questions. What does the tower remind you of? When have you felt this way before? Lila traced the tower to her childhood home, now sold, a symbol of lost stability. By listening to her gut, she saw the dream as a call to rebuild her confidence brick by brick. Lucid dreams. Shaping the narrative one night, Lila dreamed she could fly with the raven, aware she was dreaming. Alara's eyes lit up. Lucid dreams let you steer the story, she said. In this approach, interpretation focuses on the dreamer's choices within the dream. Lila's decision to soar with the raven suggested newfound agency, a willingness to embrace change. Alara advised noting what she controlled, or couldn't, in these dreams. It mirrors how you navigate waking life, she said. When Lila later dreamed of rebuilding the tower herself, it reflected her growing courage to shape her career. The neuroscience lens. The brain's nightly work. Alara pointed to a diagram of the brain on her wall. Some say dreams are just neurons firing, sorting memories or emotions. The neuroscientific approach sees dreams as byproducts of REM sleep, consolidating learning or processing stress. Lila's chaotic dreams might stem from her hectic schedule, with no deeper meaning. Yet Alara cautioned against dismissing them. Even if random, they reflect your mind's state, she said. Lila noticed her raven dreams spiked during stressful weeks, suggesting her brain was grappling with anxiety. A tapestry of methods. As months passed, Lila's dreams shifted. The raven now perched in a vibrant meadow, the tower rebuilt, gleaming under moonlight. Alara wove together all approaches, Freudian, Jungian, cognitive, cultural, intuitive, lucid, and neuroscientific, to help Lila see her dreams as a multifaceted mirror. The baker of Eldwood, tormented by endless staircases, found his dreams reflected indecision, eased by Alara's cognitive and intuitive guidance. A teacher's locked door, through a cultural lens, revealed a yearning for spiritual freedom. Each dreamer learned to blend methods, tailoring interpretations to their lives. One night, Lila dreamed of Alara by the lake, her silhouette framed by stars. "You've learned the language," the dreamweaver said. When Lila shared this, Alara smiled. "Your mind's telling you it's ready to listen on its own." Lila left Eldwood that spring, her sketchbook alive with bold paintings, each born from a dream she'd decoded. Her art, once hesitant, now sang with purpose, a testament to the truths she'd uncovered in the night. What if your dreams are not just fleeting shadows but a dialogue with your deepest self? They might be the brain's quiet housekeeping, a cultural echo, or a mythic archetype calling you to grow. Each approach, psychoanalytic, Jungian, cognitive, cultural, intuitive, lucid, or neuroscientific, offers a key, but only you can unlock the door. Tonight, as you drift into sleep, consider, what riddles are your dreams whispering, and do you dare to answer their call?